single blushes, I have quite a bit. I have more blushes, as you can see, than I do highlighters. There's just so much. So yeah, we really need to whittle this stuff down. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with this section over here. I will most definitely be keeping these four. These are part of the ColourPop Valentine's Day collection. This one came last year. This is Love Me Not. And then these three from this year, the newer collection. So we have, once again, Love Me Not. Really pretty red blush. This is one of my favorites. Forever Yours, which is kind of a coral pink. Text Me, really pretty fuchsia pink. Really pretty. And then this one is Baby Cakes. This is more of a deep burgundy. So pretty. Almost forgot my basket for my declutters. First thing I'm going to be decluttering is this one. This is the Trip and Powder Blush. This was part of the Wild Child collection. I think I still have the palette up there. It's a pretty brown blush. I kept this one from my last declutter because I didn't have any brown toned blushes. It has like a little bit of micro glitter in it. If I'm going to pull something that's going to be more brown, I'm just going to go with a bronzer. I'm not really going to go with this. And as you can see, it doesn't really have much pigment. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. I thought about putting it in my bronzer drawer, but I knew I wouldn't use it for that. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and pull that one out. Let's see. This one is Out of Sight. This is an orange blush. Do I want to keep this one? This one made it through my last declutter. It's kind of a bronzy orange. Yeah, as you can see, the pigment on this one is kind of faded, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and declutter that one as well. I really did like this one, but it's not performing the same way it did when I first got it. This one is Fresh and Peachy. This is part of that Peachy collection. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one too. I kept this one through my last declutter, but I know that I'm not going to use it, and I have other more peachy kind of orangey shades that I just prefer more than this one, so we're going to go ahead and declutter this one too. So far we are doing really well. All the ones back here I will be keeping. Some of the blushes in here, it's kind of like the highlighters, I bought specifically for collecting purposes, so I'm not going to get rid of them for that reason. This one is retro. I can't remember. I think it was the Pop Art collection that this one is part of. This is a really pretty coral pink orange. Definitely be hanging on to that one. This is Toffee Cake. This is a deep, almost brick red. So freaking pretty. That one is stunning. We will definitely not be getting rid of that one. And these two I absolutely love. These were Ulta exclusives. Interstellar and Meteorite. These are just so stinking pretty. I mean, look at those. So beautiful. Very muted, but very warm on the skin. Love these. This is, I think, the newest one to my collection. This is part of that Milano collaboration. All of the ones in this configuration I will not be getting rid of. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little flower embossed in there. So pretty. Will not be getting rid of this at all. I also will not be getting rid of my Be Perfect Scorch blushes. This launched, it was either late last year or early this year. I may have been late last year. We have Fever and Magma. Beautiful. Kind of glowy orange. Looks so gorgeous in the skin. Perfect in the summertime. Love this one. And then Fever is more of a fuchsia pink. So pretty. I'm going to be decluttering my AOA Perfect Blush in Kindle. It's a pretty red, but it just does not perform like it did when I first got it. I've had this for going on 2 years now, so we're going to go ahead and declutter this one. I will be keeping my Milani Baked Blush in Coco Felicita. Other than the one from the Wild Child collection from ColourPop, this was the other brown one. Now, this one is beautiful. This one has a bit of a glow. Almost has kind of a rich, like wine almost undertone to it. So pretty. I'm also going to be keeping these three. This one is from I Heart Revolution. This is the Peach and Glow. It's kind of an ombre blush to highlighter. Peachy highlighter on this side that does an ombre to kind of a gold highlighter on the end. Very pretty formula. This is one of the formulas from I Love Revolution that I actually like. These two are my Cover FX blushes. This formula is just so beautiful. There are two formulas in here. You have a glowy luminescent blush, and then a matte blush. This shade is in Spiced Cinnamon. So pretty. And then this one is in Mojave Mauve. I love the formula in these. These are beautiful. Alright, so we've completed the first 2 baskets. Let's move on to these. So we have the Do What You Love Wet n Wild Care Bears blush. This is newer to my collection. Really pretty soft pink. I might declutter this sometime in the future. It's a little crumbly. This is one of the things that came a little bit cracked. I ordered this from Ulta. We know the whole story with Ulta, but I'm going to hang on to it just for now. Same thing with this one. This is from Beauty Bay. It's one of their powder blushes in Coral. This is a really pretty warm coral shade. I'm actually going to be hanging on to that one. It's really, really pretty. This one I'm going to declutter. This is from the Bloomin' collection from Wet n Wild. I decluttered the little 4-pan mini palette. The blush is okay. I mean, it's not terrible. Just know that I'm never going to pull this. It has kind of a pink, kind of a shift to it. I mean, it's not a terrible formula, but like I said, I know that I'm never going to pull this. So I'm going to pull this out. I might give it to my daughter. I'm waiting for my son to get home. He spent the night with a friend, so kind of taking advantage of having the house to myself right now to go ahead and get through this one. We have my e.l.f. blushes, and then this one is from Muse. This one I really like. This is a warm toned blush. So pretty, kind of a maybe brownish coral, a little bit of red. This reminds me a lot of the primer infused blushes from e.l.f. It is so pretty. I'll be hanging on to that one. This is also from e.l.f. Spotted Brick Red is the name of the shade. I got this one from the Dollar Tree. This is a beautiful brick red tone. I mean, it is absolutely stunning. So pretty. I will definitely be hanging on to that one. I have 2 of the primer infused blushes. One is the shimmer, one is the matte. This one is the matte. Always Rosy. I've had this one for a while. It's a mauve rose shade. I don't know. Let me see if it's still performing like it did when I got it. I think I've had this one going on 3 years almost now. Yeah, I think I'm going to declutter that one. I loved these blushes when I first got it, but as you can see, if you can see, it's not quite performing the same. And I have other blushes in this tone that I know I'm going to be more likely to pull. So sadly, I'm going to go ahead and let the primer infused blush go. Let's see how Always Cheery performs. This one is the shimmer infused blush. When I first got this one, I loved this one. The shade was just so bright, pretty. Just a hint of shimmer to it. This one looks like it's still going to be performing. Okay, that one looks good. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to this one. I have one of the Wet n Wild Fantasy Maker blushes. The shade is in, what is the shade? Lost in the Crowd. This is a really pretty kind of coral pink that has kind of a gold undertone. It's pretty. I got this one for a full face of Wet n Wild that I did back in December. This one has a little bit of a glow to it. It is pretty. Yeah, I think I'm going to hang on to that one a little bit longer. And then this one I will definitely be hanging on to. This is from CoverGirl. This is one of the True Blend So Flushed High Pigment Blushes. This one is in Hot Frenzy. I love me a gorgeous red, especially burnt red. Oh my god. Love it. Going to be hanging on to that. I'm going to pull these out just so I can kind of see what's in the back here. These 2 I'm also going to be hanging on to. These are from Juvia's Place. These are the single blushes that I was telling you guys about. This formula is so pretty. You have Serafina, beautiful coral orange. Love this formula. And then this one is Bella. This one is more of a burnt red orange. So beautiful. I wish they would make some more singles in other shades. This formula is stunning. These 2 are from Uden's Eye. These are the Alva Fruit Blushers. One is fruit, one is flower. The fruit, I think, one of these is matte, one of these is shimmer. I'm trying to remember exactly. The fruit blusher is the matte. This shade is in Sweet Peach, which I think is funny because it's actually more of a pink, like a mauve pink. Such a beautiful blush formula. And then this one, it's a flower blush, Water Lily. This one has more of a shimmer. So beautiful. Their blush formula is stunning too. I was going to say I got these out of mystery boxes, but I actually ordered these last year during their Black Friday sale. Beautiful. These two, sadly, I'm going to be decluttering. These are from Malibu Glitz. These have made it through like at least 2 declutters. I got these from Shop Missy. They are really pretty. I don't know the shade names, are not on them. These have a really beautiful rose embossing. I have other blushes. They're mainly those ColourPop ones that are similar enough to these that I can go on ahead and let these go. Like, see, this one is Baby Cakes from ColourPop. Almost exactly identical, so I don't feel bad about letting these go. They had a good run, but it's time. Let's see. This one is newer to my collection. This is the Festival Glow Blush, Rosy Sand, Kiko Milano. This embossing is so pretty. I'm also going to be hanging on to my Bare Minerals bronzer. This is one of those that they said could be used as a blush or a bronzer. This shade is in Kiss of Rose. This is such a beautiful, just bronzy shade. I mean, that's what they said you could use it as. Just gorgeous. So pretty. I don't use it as a bronzer, but it makes a stunning glowy blush. Oh, so pretty. These two are from Kimchi Chic Beauty. These are the Thaler Blush Duos. Absolutely stunning. This one is Mercedes R. You have a beautiful, bright, kind of an orange here, and then a fuchsia pink. This formula is stunning. And then the packaging is so super cute. It reminds me, you know, that little ColourPop touch there, or similar to the ColourPop, you know, like the little hearts. I love kitschy packaging like this. So super cute. And then this one is Cheeky, and this one has 2 shades of pink, a lighter shade and a more deep shade. Absolutely stunning. These two are from Haus Labs. I will be hanging on to these. Speaking of Haus Labs, I'm annoyed. I get boxes from Influencer, and I got an email that said that I was going to be getting a Vox box that was going to have a bunch of the new makeup products from Haus Labs. You know, I think they rebranded, and so like the packaging and everything is different now. That box never showed up. I contacted support like twice. Nobody could give me any information on tracking whether or not I was actually getting the box. And I saw several other people had the same issue, had gotten an email that said that they were getting the box and then it never showed up. So yeah, I was not happy about that. I was really looking forward to getting that box. But as I said, these are from Haus Labs. These are the 2D Gel Powder All Over Rouge. I'm guessing, I think this was the last launch right before they rebranded, but these are beautiful. This shade is in Spritz. Gorgeous coral. And then this one is in Bellini. This is more of a peachy shade. This formula is so pretty. This one I'm going to let go. This is the Peachy Love Blush Trio from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the only, I think, Anastasia Beverly Hills thing that I own. I got this from TJ Maxx. It's either TJ Maxx or Marshalls, and I got it on clearance. It does not perform the way that it did when I first got it. I mean, for all I know, it had been sitting there for a while. Who knows how long it had been sitting in TJ Maxx. But I picked it up because I really liked the orange tones in here. But yeah, it just does not perform, and especially not the way it did when I first got it. So I'll let this one go. I think I'm doing good so far with this declutter. These 3 here, well, 4, all of these are from Kiko Milano, so let's go through these real quick. This one I know I'm not decluttering. This is part of that Wonder Woman collaboration. I love Wonder Woman. I'm a huge DC Marvel fan. I will not be getting rid of this ever. This shade is in Athena Strategy. It's a beautiful shimmery red tone blush. The formula is stunning, and yep, it still has that really pretty kind of a fruity smell to it. Beautiful. This one, Dolce Diva Better Coral. So this was part collection from last year. These I'm going to have to really look at. And then this is from the Festival Glow collection, Longwear Hydra Blush, Elegant Rose. I'm basically deciding if I want to keep all 3 of these. Holiday Gems Blush Suede Blush Under the Mistletoe. It's like these two are very similar to each other. Let's swatch these real quick. Elegant Rose. And then Under the Mistletoe. Let's see. They're very similar to each other. You know what? For now, I'm going to go ahead and keep both. I might declutter one or both later, but right now, I love them enough to just go ahead and say, let's just go ahead and keep them. This one has a little bit of a shimmer to it. Very pretty. It's a very luminescent blush. We're going to be hanging on to that one too. We are down to our last basket in this drawer, and then we will be diving in to this one. I'm going to be hanging on to this one. This is from Milano. This is the Luminoso blush, the baked blush. This is one of the OGs. Really pretty corally blush. This one was, I think, a free gift of purchase from Ulta, but I will be hanging on to this one. Beautiful peachy glowy blush, perfect in the spring and the summertime. These two are newer to my collection. These are from Uden's Eye. These are the Soul Main Sunlight Love blushers. This one is in Sunset Cloud. Beautiful soft pink. These have like little suns embossed in them. I don't know if you can see that. And then this shade is Orange Sunny. This one is my favorite of the two. Very warm, toasty, bronzy orange. Oh, pretty. There were 6 shades all together, 3 mattes, 3 shimmers, but I just got the 2 shades that I thought I would get the most use out of because they were kind of pricey. Maybe one day, if they have them in stock, I might go back and buy the rest, but I knew these were the ones that I would get the most use out of. This one I'm going to declutter. This is from Essence. Luminous Blush. I don't know what the shade is. This came out of a advent calendar last year, that really crappy $40-something one that was only worth like $10. The formula's okay, but I just know that I'm never going to use it, so pull this one out. We're going to be hanging on to my Alamar Cosmetics blush in Hermosa Rosa. This was part of the Encanto collaboration. This one has a beautiful kind of a coral pink almost shift to it. So pretty. We'll be hanging on to this one. This one I'm going to declutter. This is another shade like this one from Shop Miss A. This one is in Looked. I really liked both of these when I first got them, but yeah, just like this one does not perform the same as it did when I first got it. I am, however, going to be hanging on to this one. This is one of the Lumi blushes, also from AOA Studios. This shade is so close. This one reminds me a lot of this one. The formulas, or rather the finish, when applied, is very similar to each other. Beautiful, warm, luminescent red. So pretty. And then the last one in this drawer I'm also going to be hanging on to. This is one of the flower blushes from Flower Beauty. Flower pot blushes from Flower Beauty, which is Drew Barrymore's brand. This shade is in Barrymore. It's a very beautiful, glowy pink blush. Just so pretty. Definitely going to be hanging on to that one. All right, we have finished decluttering this drawer. Let's move on to the second one, and then I'm going to be doing some rearranging to kind of put things where they look a little bit more organized. Because as you can see with this basket, it's just really, really kind of crazy. All right, so this one I'm going to be hanging on to. This is from Milano. It's one of the Cheek Kiss blushes in Coral Crush. One thing about 2022, I don't know what it is, but I just fell in love with cream and liquid blushes. So if I see that a brand is launching a cream or a liquid blush, I am all over it. I get just so excited. I get more excited about that than I do powder blushes, which you would think would be the opposite because I have oily skin, but I just love trying out cream and liquid blushes. And this is a really pretty one. It's kind of balmy, more balm than it is cream. But it is a really pretty shade, so I'll be hanging on to that one. This one and this one I'm going to declutter. These are the Nude Glam blushes from LA Colors. I did a full face of trying new makeup from LA Colors, and these just kind of sucked. There was really no pigment. Wasn't getting anything onto my skin. These were like $1.25. I'm not really breaking the bank. I'm not really losing anything by getting rid of them, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter these. So no point in having anything in my drawers that I know just don't really enjoy. I am going to be hanging on to these. These are from AOE Studios. These are the Color Flush blushes. If you saw my video where I did the kind of speed reviews of some cream and liquid blushes that I've been testing out, then you know I loved these. These are such a beautiful formula. Some of my favorite liquid blushes in my entire collection. I will not be getting rid of these. I'm also going to go ahead and hang on to my Profusion Blush Hour blushes. If you remember from that video, these weren't my favorite formula, but they are newer to my collection, and I do want to use them some more before I make up my mind, the final decision if I'm going to keep them in my collection or not. They might get decluttered, when I do that big end of the year declutter, but for now, I do want to hang on to them just a little bit longer. I'm also going to hang on to my Profusion Full Bloom blushes in Rose Petal. And then this one is Hibiscus. Now, Rose Petal was a little bit, or Hibiscus rather, was a little bit kind of more sheer on my skin. It wasn't super pigmented, but I do want to test this one out a little bit longer. And then Rose Petal. This one was beautiful. Very deep, warm, bronzy kind of a glow. I have 2 more from Profusion that I just got. I actually just did a video using these today. I'm pretty sure you will have already seen that video by the time this goes up. This is part of their new Boba collection. Terrific. Such a really pretty pink. This formula is the same as the ones in here. They're just new shades. And then this one is Best Tea. So pretty. This is the one that I used in that video. I love the way that it performed. It went on so smooth, beautifully over powder. You guys know how I am about cream and liquid blushes over being able to perform over powder, and this performed beautifully. I'll also be keeping my Candy Paint cream blush from Half Caked in American Pie. I was a little disappointed because it wasn't like the deep red shade that I was hoping it would be, but the formula is really pretty. This is also more of a balmy formula, but it just goes on so smooth and pigmented, and it's very long wearing, lasts like all day. Gorgeous. I'm going to be keeping all of my ColourPop Super Shock blushes. This one is in Georgette. Beautiful, kind of a burnt orange. This one has like, these are the Super Shocks. This one has kind of an orange shift, the kind of bronze. I'm trying to describe it. Beautiful shade. These 2 are from the Tinkerbell collection. Darling and Magic Moon. These are just so beautiful. This one has a pink kind of a shift to it, and this one is more bronzy. So beautiful. These formulas, oh, they're so nice. The Super Shock formula from ColourPop is just stunning. The Pacifica one I'm going to declutter. This is the Fluffy Blushy in Sunset. I got this just kind of as part of a trying new makeup. It's okay, but I don't know. It's just not my favorite formula. I feel like this one feels more oily than it does creamy or balmy. So yeah, I'm going to declutter this one. I'm also going to go ahead and declutter the Essence Mosaic Blush. I just used this recently in an Essence video, kind of giving it another try. I hadn't pulled it out in a while. And yeah, the pigment is just not there. All you need is pink. It's an okay formula. I think somebody that has a little bit more fair skin tone, this would look beautiful on, but it just didn't really work well for my skin tone. This one, however, I am going to be hanging on to. This is also from Essence. This is the blush, and the shade is in Befitting. This is a beautiful mauve pink. Gorgeous on the skin. This is one of those shades that looks, I think, in my opinion, will look beautiful on any skin tone. It is absolutely stunning. Taylor Wynn always talks about this particular shade. It's like it's one of her favorites as well. I've heard many YouTubers talk about how much they love this formula, especially the shade Befitting. So yeah, we're hanging on to this one. I'm going to go ahead and declutter my LA Colors Cream Gel Blushes. These are almost empty. There really wasn't a whole lot of product in here, so what I may do, rather than just straight decluttering them, I may put them up in my project empties and just go ahead and use them up. I think there's only about maybe this much product in both of them, so I could get these used up pretty quickly. It's either use them up or just go ahead and pull them out of my collection. I might use them as a base for like a powder blush or something. We'll see. These 2 are blush sticks from ColourPop, Picnic Time and Coastal Drive. I think this was part of the Limoncello collection, if I'm remembering correctly. These made it through my last declutter. Hold on, let me clean my hand real quick so I can swatch these. Kind of been deciding whether or not I want to hang on to these. I like the tones, but the formula, it's a little more balmy. I'm not sure. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and hang on to that one. Picnic Time is a little bit lighter. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and hang on to them just a little bit longer. Might get decluttered in December, but we will see. I'm also going to hang on to this one from She Glam. I am no longer purchasing from She Glam, but this is a beautiful cream blush. The shade is in Tour. The packaging is identical to the Blush Hour packages from Profusion. This one is just a stunning peachy shade. It blends beautifully on the skin. Super long wearing. Definitely going to go ahead and hang on to that one. Do I want to hang on to this one from Milano? Separate. Hold on. This is part of the Fruit Explosion collection from last year. I made it through 1 or 2 declutters. I don't know exactly. Let me see here. See how the formula. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hang on to that one. Still looking good. Definitely going to be hanging on to my Satin Matte Cream Blush in Epic from LYS. This is so pretty. Gorgeous, burnt orange, warm, bronzy on the skin. Definitely will not be giving this one up. And the last one in this basket. This is the Ombre Blush in Sunset Glow from Winky Lux. Such a beautiful ombre blush. Kind of a coral pink here going into a gold highlighter. This one is beautiful. This one I'm going to declutter. This is from Laura Mercier. This is the Tinted Moisturizer Blush. I also talked about this in that Speed Reviews Cream and Liquid Blush video. This one is awful. The shade is in Coastline. I got this from Influencer. I had 2 shades. The lighter shade I gave to a friend. This one, I'm going to show you guys. When you apply it, it sets down so quickly that you don't really have time to blend it out. Like almost immediately. In the second you start blending it, it's setting down. Patchy, and then, you see that? Already setting down. Can't blend it out any further. Already dry. I mean, it's crazy. I tried blending it over powder. I tried just blending it over foundation. I thought maybe it just needed a creamier base. Same thing. This formula is just not very good. I would definitely be decluttering this one. So that's everything in this basket. I have 2 more baskets. These 2 from Trace Luce. The Ready to Bounce Cream Blushes. Girls Night. As I mentioned in that video, I was disappointed because on the skin it blended out more pink, and I got it because of the fact that it looked like it was a deep, vibrant red. These are not my favorite formulas, but they are newer to my collection. I do want to play around with them a little bit more, see if I can kind of get them to work for me. So I'm going to hang on to these a little bit longer and just see what happens. I may declutter them later, but for now I'm going to keep them. What is this? This is the Hush Cream Blush from AOA. This is the only cream blush that I have in my collection that's red that actually blends out red. This shade is beautiful, super creamy. It's the only one that I have that when you blend it on the skin, it actually is red on the skin. It doesn't like blend out pink. Beautiful, and this was only $1. I'm going to be hanging on to my Jelly Pop Flush Blush from e.l.f. This one is kind of a liquid jelly formula. Very pretty. And then I'm also going to be hanging on to my Believe Beauty Cream Blush in a Tropical Sunset. So pretty. This one from Lila B. I'm also going to hang on to for a little bit longer. This is in Be Darling. This is a Divine Duo Lip and Cheek. I only use it on my cheeks though. Whenever I get a cream product like this, I don't use it on my lips. I just use it on my cheeks. This one is pretty, so I'm going to hang on to this. Everything in here, in this last basket, I'm keeping all of these. These are like my collectible, like ColourPop blushes. I only got these specifically because I collect, certain types of genres. The formulas are beautiful, but the main reason is for collecting purposes. I didn't show the highlighters, but I am going to go ahead and go through this section real quick, and then we will be finished, guys. These 2 are part of that Milano collaboration. You have Good Luck Charm, kind of a brown with gold specks. I don't ever use these. I just have them for collecting purposes. And then we have Matchmaker. Yeah, these tones are not like ones that I would ever actually use. But, it's Milan packaging. Love it. These 2 are part of the Powerpuff Girls collection. We have Fighting Crime. Beautiful Fuchsia Purple Pink. Saving the World. Gorgeous, kind of a coral. This is kind of like the powder version of this one. These 2 are part of the Hello Kitty Tropical collection. Island Shine. So pretty. And then this one is Aloha Honey. Oh, I love this formula. These shades, this formula, these shades are really pretty. These 2 are from the Sailor Moon collection. These have like kind of a shifty packaging. So cute. I'm a sucker for packaging, you guys. This one is Cat's Eye. So pretty, pink with a little bit of sparkly kind of micro glitters in there. And then this one is From the Moon. This one is more matte. So pretty. And then these last 4 are the Disney collaboration designer collection, Enchanted Mirror. It's Belle's shade. Tiana shade, Kissing a Frog. So pretty. Floating Lights. This is Rapunzel. And then Esmeralda. This is one of my favorite reds in my collection. Court of Miracles. So pretty. You know what? I almost forgot one more. My Patrick Ta for face, the She's Vibrant Double Take Cream and Powder Blush. And I think this is the last one. I think we saw all of the others. Cream blush on the top, powder blush on the bottom. Gorgeous formula. Will definitely not be getting rid of this. I think this is my first like high-end blush product that I bought for myself. Part of my birthday haul that I got. My husband gifted me. Definitely been hanging on to this one. I think that is everything. I almost forgot one more blush. This was up here on my vanity as part of my rotation. This is the Cheeky Shot Blush Shot. This one is from Profusion. It's a really thin kind of a liquid blush. Still not quite sure what I think about the formula, so we're still testing this one out. All right, so let's go ahead and reorganize everything, kind of make it look a little less chaotic. All right, we are done. Everything is looking so much better, so much more organized. I can see what I have. As you can see, I have a lot more space down here. On the side, I'm going to go ahead and pull out this one from Wet n Wild. This was that Care Bears one. When I was kind of moving some stuff around, I realized that this one is like completely shattered. And there were just pieces just crumbling all over the place. There were pieces in one of the baskets, pieces on the bottom of the drawer. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this one out and toss it. Which makes me sad because I do like the overall theming, but I can't be having crumbly pieces of blush just falling everywhere. It's not a good thing. So that is it for part 6 of my 2022 summer makeup collection and declutter series. Today we tackled our blushes and I think that we did a pretty good job. If you look down in my description box, you will see the playlist for this entire collection series that I have done so far, in case you missed it and you want to check it out. Make sure if you enjoyed the video to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with my channel. If you're new to my channel and you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. Make sure you tap the notification bell so you can get notified of any videos coming up in the future. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.